Time is passing like the scenes out of the window of my car. I didn't realize it would move so fast, and now you feel so far. And I don't know you like I used to.
Hello everyone! Welcome to the MALT, the Oceania Apprentice Level 7 Key Tournament. I'm Silas Kyles, who is going to be one of your commentators for today, and joining me is going to be Yukina Meng. Hello, how are you doing today?
Hello everyone! It's me, Yukina Meng. Welcome to MALT. and we're currently at playoffs between Orcanos and Reilyy.
Wait, alright. I mean, Orcanos and Reilyy is gonna be an interesting matchup, because, you know, these two are going to be fighting for a spot on the bracket stage after all, and I believe these two are gonna put up a good match, right?
Well, considering that this is my first commentary in MALT, I'm not very sure what to say with these two players. Well, I do see that they're both neck and neck with each other, I guess, with their warm-ups. But I do see that there is a lead for Reilyy here.
I mean, yeah, there is a lead for Reilyy, but this is only a warm-up. However, I think the physicality here should be a little bit of something to be concerned about. Because now, this means that for a map this easy, I think Reilyy could be able to utilize maybe some of the hybrids. Like, I noticed there was some misses on there.
Well, considering that their seed is like 30 to 35, that's something that I'm very excited to see. Because, you know, we might see that there's like, you know, there's like one player might get an advantage for a specific pattern or something.
I mean, yeah. Look at this right now, though. This right anchor is sort of actually killing Reilly's chances of taking the lead. Though Orcanos does steal that accuracy lead from Reilyy, so this could really turn around. Oh, as I say that, Reilyy finds a drop. Another one, actually.
Well, yeah, seeing this warm-up, it's like... It looks like a typical 5-star chord stream hybrid kind of chart, with just a dominant pattern for chord streams, I guess, or just some one-half chord jacks. But yeah, I can't really tell. But yeah, considering this is the warm-up, I'm not really sure how to tell it. And like, well, seeing here, like the difficulty spike just went up here at like the 1/4 of the chart. It's a really interesting warm-up, if I do say so myself. Like, you can see that Orcanos
is...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah? I'm just saying, it just looks like you're right in saying that Orcanos is able to like capitalize on the more physical picks.
That is true, and like, yeah, considering that those kind of patterns are something that you'd see in like semis at least, but considering that's like the hardest part of the chart, yeah, I guess we can see a determinant that Orcanos is more capable of mid to late game rise. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see how Orcanos handle the match. But yes, very good scores for both players, even though it's a warm-up. But yeah, it's a warm-up anyway, so I'm very sure that this is their first warm-up, I guess. Considering that the referee just switched to another warm-up, and interestingly enough, it's Flexos twice. Not saying that title, but yeah. T squared.
Double T. Let's say double T.
Yes.
Okay,
T squared, double T.
So looking at the OD, the name of the difficulty, and literally the mapper, you can tell what kind of map this is, right?
Yeah, considering the difficulty name is level 43, I think it's already not obvious enough that this is an O2 Jam chart. So yeah, we can see a contrast between the players' warm-ups here. But at least, well, as far as I know, at least most of the 7 key players must know this chart at this point. It's a Flexo chart, and everyone knows here that Flexo charts are like one of the most beginner-friendly maps for 4-digit, 5-digit players. And even if you do want to get for the combo, it's something, it's a fun chart to play, even at late game, if you're just going for the full combo. But it's a really nice type of map for trying to get used to 7P. Anyway, seeing here Reilyy with the first miss. But yeah, it's too early to call because like there might be trades of misses here. As I say that Orcanos getting a miss. And also
okay,
because this chart is... Oh, go ahead.
No. I want you to go ahead because like I think you have some good insights to share.
Well, yeah, considering
Like,
that
what about
this
chart
chart...
you're talking about?
Oh yeah, the chart is basically like... So if you've played O2 Gem in a while, if you've been to like in the O2 Gem times, you know there are specific patterns where it's called an O2 Gem chart because A, it has a really huge burst of LNs here and there, and then secondly, the ending is always going to be the hardest part, which is I think most of you audience are familiar with that. But seeing here, surprisingly enough, like Reilyy is really carrying it out here. Well, despite that the streamer needs to panic here and there, but we'll have to see how both of the players update their scores. But seeing here, looks like Orcanos is not Orcanos is not updating, but never mind. Looks like both players are in sync. And surprisingly enough, even though Reilyy has the accuracy advantage, it seems that Reilyy is barely getting the lead. And as I say that, Orcanos is getting the lead back despite the accuracy disadvantage. And would you look at that? We're already at the half of the map, and you know, just a short break on this chart. And then by this time, they'll give you like a 1/4 BPM jump scare. You know, there you go. And then seeing here, both players are actually kind of neck and neck with accuracy at this point. But Orcanos having a cleaner performance in the previous portion, so giving Orcanos the lead.
Yeah, I mean right now though, it does look to be kind of close. Because like both players are just trading blows against each other. Though unfortunately, I think ultimately Orcanos is going to be taking the overall.
Yeah, that is true. And like we're like 80% of the chart already, and like the ending of this map is in a sense kind of brutal because this is where they introduce you to handling LN inverses at OD0, despite saying it's level 43. At that point, O2 Gem charts tend to introduce you with that kind of patterns, even though they're like kind of slower. But seeing here, both players are already neck and neck with accuracy. It's just Orcanos having a lesser miscount, and approaching the end. Are both players gonna maintain that 97, or I don't think so. And Orcanos getting barely the lead against Reilyy here, ending the 2 warm-ups from both players.
Interestingly enough, that was only a 3,000 point difference. I do have to note though that like I think one thing I've noticed is Reilyy kind of has the better act simply because of the lower 50 and 100 count, but Orcanos' ratio is a lot better than what Reilyy got, so that's why that was also a big part to as to why they win that. So now we'll be seeing the roles, bans, and whatnot. I think Orcanos is gonna be banning LN, while Reilly's gonna ban Rice. There we go.
There you go. Go what you know. It's the surf map. Yeah, ban surf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so you
and
ban surf and you ban the surf 2 map. Amazing.
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 Amazing. So both players technically banned a
you're
surf chew map.
They both banned surf, essentially.
Yeah, that is true. They wait. Did Reilyy actually ban the surf chew map? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Wait. Oh my god.
Wait,
Okay.
that's kind of confusing.
Orcanos banned LN too. Okay. Now, I thought it was gonna happen. Sad. That's so sad.
Alright, so apparently there was a bit of confusion from the player to the referee there, where I think Orcanos said ban surf, and there's like technically 2 maps that says surf. A surf chew chart and a literal map that says surf.
Oh my god. Alright. So Reilyy going for Agito. Definitely the pick to make. I think this is a good starter considering that based on the qualifier results, Reilyy was actually ahead compared to Orcanos by a lot on the LN. So definitely a good choice in my opinion.
Oh yeah, considering that if your own basis is your qualifier score and trying to compare it to your opponent's score in qualifiers, I think that's a great strategy for me to pick what's your edge or something. Like what edges you out against the other opponent. But let's see here, considering that the difference between their warm-ups and the qualifiers and playoffs is completely different, and considering this is like less than 2 stars, this is gonna be an act draining type of LM chart, so we'll see.
Yeah, this is like 1.88 stars, but don't let that fool you because the challenge here is going to be number 1, coordination, but not to mention, if you make one mistake, I think it's essentially over because of how few the notes are here. Like there's only like a little bit of time, a little bit of notes for you to make up for the mistakes that you made. So yeah.
And yeah, do note missing on maps like these is very crucial because it deducts your score apparently. But yeah, again, don't let the SR fool you on this one because it's literally LN coordinations, and you know how hard that is even on early game. And despite the profiling of that LN map, we're seeing that Orcanos is barely getting the lead, but I do believe that scores are kind of stabilizing with each other, but looks like scores are flickering. Orcanos with a 99.77, Reilyy getting the 99.67. Not that far from both players, so we can see a little bit of tug of war between two players in terms of the lead. And one miss on this one is really, really crucial because two and a half minutes and 1.88 stars is like, how much notes is that? Like 200, 300? So yeah,
I think it's only like, so like here's the kind of problem that I have because it's actually really close right now. For most of that map, Reilyy had the disadvantage, but there's a window for opportunity for you to take this now. So there's only 986 combo on this maximum. So this lead that Orcanos has right now is actually very minimal. Like if Orcanos got 200, I think the lead goes to Reilyy.
Yeah, 200 for Orcanos, or even just a 100 in my opinion. That could change everything. Because I think a 100 would cost like a 0.11 accuracy, but as I say that Reilyy is actually losing accuracy here. Orcanos I'm seeing here that Orcanos is still on the 99.72, and even as I say that Reilyy is still going below 0.2%, getting a 99.40, and at this point Reilyy needs to hope that Orcanos miss here, and
as you say that, Reilyy immediately, wait a second, is it enough?
Is that enough though?
It's barely enough. Orcanos takes the disadvantage as Reilyy swipes the lead away from him. What an amazing comeback from Reilyy. All they had to do was keep that consistency alive, and here we are at 1-0.
Already, the first map I commentate, and we get a jinx. Oh my goodness.
My god.
That was the worst thing ever.
Look at the chat. That turned off the. Oh man, I like how that coincided with what you said, Arish. Out of nowhere. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I hope that never happens again. But regardless, that's a 0-1, and I do believe that is not a break point. I think that was Reilyy's pick, if I remember. Yeah, it was Reilly's pick. So now we're going to rise to Jade Star. So considering this, let's compare that to the LN chart we had, which has little to no density. We're getting to a bit, denser part, which is where Orcanos kind of shine. It's not a fair comparison, but it's there. It's there. you know, this is where we get to the rise density portion, which Orcano did prove that he was a bit more advantaged at that point. But let's see, let's see.
I mean, it was already evident on the warm-up that Orcanos had advantage on density on the right side, so I think this is a good pick on Orcanos' side, really.
Yeah, too far to call to be density because it's just 3 stars, but it's at this point it's probably like an accuracy battle between these two, assuming both of them full combos it. So we'll see.
Well, we have to see if this really benefits Orcanos, assuming the client actually wants to run. Alright, here we go. Although, oh, that's actually some 200s already from Reilyy at the start. That's not a good start, considering how Orcanos is really high. And not to mention, the density is really going to start to pick up from here on out.
Yeah, that is true, and like, you know, that's a really bad start for the few notes. And as I say that, Reilyy getting a miss, that's a really bad standpoint there for Reilyy.
Yeah,
Unless Orcanos traded that with with a rough start Reilyy had and a miss, that could compensate it. But seeing here, Reilyy is trying to get to the 99, but he gets the 98 here and he gets the 200s here and there, preventing him the 99. But seeing here, Orcanos is still getting the miss, but it's not enough to it's really not enough to take the lead back, and we're already at like halfway of the chart and we're not seeing a lead going in favor for Reilyy here unless something happens, like a huge cluster of 200s or misses from Orcanos here, but we'll see.
See, here's the thing, alright. Reilyy having a disadvantage right now is mainly because of that accuracy difference. Normally, if a trade miss happens, the score difference would be like so much closer, and as they say that Reilyy drops another one, so the difference is just gonna increase much more for, you know, not to mention, the accuracy is really much higher.
Yes, seeing here Orcanos being dominant with that accuracy there with the 99.50, almost 99.50, even though there was a miss. Reilyy is barely climbing that 96 here, but we can see that there is no chance for Reilyy to get the lead back, and Orcanos getting the first point of Red Team, giving it a tie for 1-1. Now, still no breakpoints yet, so
I think this is a bad sign for Reilyy, because like there's no more LNs left, and like you can already tell the ratio difference between Orcanos and Reilyy. It's really present there, and not to mention it's going to be concerning because this is an accuracy bias stage. Like this isn't more consistency. This really focuses as well on your accuracy a lot. So if both players FC, Orcanos will most likely take the point based on what they got.
well, you know, unless that Reilyy gets an edge for hybrid chart switch, there is like a stigma for 7 key players that hybrids are technically LNs, but O2 jammy LNs. But at this point, it's more of an accuracy battle. So I guess you can consider it as like a quick balance between Rice and LN. So I do agree with your statement with, you know, the accuracy battle, but at this point, Reilyy has no choice but to pick the hybrid ones, hoping that Reilyy would actually Reilyy would actually see the hybrid charts as, you know, an advantage. We'll see.
Wait a minute. Reilyy wants to change map right now, and I don't know if that's a good decision, because, you know, what other choices do you have really? There are only 2 other hybrids, you know, if you think about it. So if they do change map, I guess they're going to go for Kaibutsu, because maybe those have some more difficult LN patterns. But it's a very long chart. So if Orcanos makes a mistake, it will not matter too much as compared to picking something like hard. Okay, never mind. They're going for hard.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. It's already decided in the first place, so they are still playing hard brain. Yeah, let's just hope that Reilly's decision of picking Hard Brain is in fact the good decision. Yeah, this is like 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So we'll see if Reilly's decision was correct. But yeah, at this point, both players are kind of neck and neck with accuracy here. Reilyy getting 99.66. Orcanos actually getting the accuracy disadvantage here, 99.43. But that's really too early to call because we're not 1/4 of the map. And like as I say that, even though both players are under 99%, Reilyy is still at a accuracy advantage. But yeah, hoping that if Reilyy wants to get that lead or get that consistent lead, he or she, I forgot. But Reilyy needs to hold that accuracy all the way to the ending. And even though both players are kind of neck and neck in terms of accuracy, while Orcanos actually getting the bias just around 0.03, you know, it's still too early to call if it's a solid lead for Orcanos. But yeah, already Orcanos landing on the 99 accuracy here.
Impressive performance from both players so far, but this is what I was talking about. Orcanos has the accuracy lead, and again, I keep on saying, if they both hold the combo, Orcanos is most likely to take it. These short LNs not affecting either player, in fact, it's increasing both of their accuracies, though it seems to be benefiting Orcanos more than it does benefit Reilyy. So that's going to be a good choice, a good thing.
And as I see here, Reilyy is already approaching the 99%, so technically accuracy is kind of neck and neck with each other. And as I say that, Orcanos at 16, Reilyy at 16 as well. But yeah, my God. Oh my God, it's so close. Yeah,
they're just trading right now. Oh, the moment Reilyy takes a 200, Orcanos trades one back. Oh, and that should do it. I think Orcanos takes the point.
Yep. Yeah, that should do it. That was a close match, but the ending is what made the lead on solid for Orcanos right here, giving us the first break point in favor for Orcanos 2-1.
But yeah, just an insane performances from both players. I think Orcanos has to go for level 0 now, or Speed Course Sonata actually works as well.
Yeah, and like, see here at this point we have Speed Course Sonata, which is, if I remember correctly, this is the Jack pick? Do I remember?
No, it's streams.
Oh, it's streams. My bad.
At least from what I remember, it's streams.
Alright, and like, at this point, because seeing that Orcanos having an edge on Rice picks, Orcanos is very, very confident at this pick. Like, considering what happened from the hybrid. Well, that's too early to call because there are still 2 hybrids remaining, but on the Rice pick, that is something I'm not very sure on Reilly's side. But regardless, Rice one it is.
Well, let's see first. I mean, like, based on the sound of the, what do you call this again? The sound of the song, you'd assume it's like a sort of stream pick. But let's see first. So at the start, Orcanos pretending like it's still 4v1, by the way. Because, you know, can they keep this in 100? Yep, they do keep it at the 100 combo. Oh my God. Very good start for Orcanos already. But this is where the real chunk starts. Reilyy immediately getting some 200s, I think, and Orcanos is able to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, seeing here, Reilly's barely on that 99 accuracy, Orcanos on a solid 99.73, a potential 991k right there if nothing happens. And this is like barely, like estimatedly 3 minutes, so at that point, the challenge here is maintaining that 99.70 for a solid 990k, but as I say that, Orcanos getting the miss, and Reilyy also getting the miss, compensating the lead back to Orcanos, but I do believe if Orcanos did miss without Reilly's, I don't think the lead would go anywhere. But yeah, that's a risk 990k.
The accuracy lead from Orcanos is a little bit too strong now. And we're in a big section. This is the one part you really do not want to miss on, because there's like no opportunities for you to make up for it, and the chances of your opponent missing on a big section is incredibly low.
Yeah, accuracy lead is already like 1%, like 1.1%. So, assuming if there's a huge cluster for Orcanos, like if there's a huge cluster of misses for Orcanos, that could change everything, but I don't see that here. And considering Reilyy is trying to climb again the 99 accuracy, the lead is really going nowhere, and this is a very straightforward chart with just basic chords, just stairs and streams here and there.
Yeah, and right now, this lead from Orcanos is slowly growing, especially considering Reilly's accuracy has dropped, not to mention another break. You know, you are right, there are some jacks on this map, I actually forgot. But not to mention, here are the streams again. This is where the challenge really comes into place. Orcanos continuing to increase their accuracy. Reilyy trying their best, but not really working right now.
Yeah, Orcanos is still under 99.60 with those misses, probably a 978k, but yeah, we're already at like 90% of the map. I don't see any chances for Reilyy to get the lead back at all. Looks like this settles it at this point. Yeah, approaching the last few small notes, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be a match point for Orcanos, a 3-1. And there's still one rice map remaining, and there's still 2 hybrid charts, so that might be an opportunity for Reilyy to at least get those 2 points back. But at this point, you gotta force the tiebreaker in. So yeah, really not a good position on Reilly's side.
Yeah, I think Reilyy has to pick Kaibutsu at this point. You know, when I see the scores 3-1, this gives me bad memories, man. This gives me really bad memories. For those who don't know, or who may want to know what context, refer to 2016. Oh yeah. Okay, they're going for Battleground. Interesting choice, actually.
So you literally had to mention the freaking Warriors thing, huh?
I'm so sad about that, man. I'm so sad about that team.
Okay. It took me this long to understand that. Okay. 2016. Wait, what are they picking? Wait, it went to Yoasobi for some reason.
Okay, they're picking Kaibutsu. But this is not Orcanos' pick. Can we please go back to the map pool and fix that, please? Like the map pool screen. Yeah, so the pick is not Battleground, alright? It is actually Kaibutsu.
Oh, I see. So it is... Okay, alright. That's kind of confusing. Anyways. Maybe the referee just mistakenly picked the other one. But yeah, it's definitely the Kaibutsu cover. No, this is like 3 minutes again. This was supposed to be the pick Reilyy wanted, but they already locked in with our brain. So at this point, Reilyy needs to hope that the pick that Reilly's going to pick is correct. But yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see first how this one goes. Because again, this is a very long map, but it does contain a lot of long notes. So I see why Reilyy would want to go for this. Although again, remember, this is 3 minutes long, so mistakes will not matter as much as if, let's say, you pick a 2-minute map.
Yeah, if it's a long map, there's kind of a room for error here and there, assuming you can build up the accuracy back. But seeing here, both players are in the full combo at 10% of the map, even though Orcanos having the 99.60 accuracy advantage. But Orcanos is not that far compared to Reilyy.
Alright, so Reilyy actually the first to drop on those Ellen parts. That's not exactly what I expected. I was expecting the opposite actually, because remember on the early release section it was Orcanos who was lesser consistent. But not to mention Reilyy has the more has the lower accuracy on the parts I expected them to be able to gain accuracy on.
Yeah, based on the drop previously, it looked like a keyboard chatter or something because it looked like it kind of held the LN for some reason, but it didn't. So it looked like a LN chatter or like a keyboard chatter to me. But regardless, as much as Reilyy gets the keyboard, like any problems with the misses here and there, that's just gonna keep the lead all the way to Orcanos as we approach the half portion of the map.
Yeah, I mean, this lead is incredibly big. Like, not to mention, remember, this is 3 minutes long. So 20,000 point leads are incredibly hard to beat unless Orcanos like has a string of misses here and there.
Oh yeah, as you say that. Of course.
Thank God. I am so sorry. I think the both of us had one first pick and it was both on Orcanos. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, we're both even with the jinx at this match. So yeah, but at this point, like Reilyy had like way worse. Reilyy had way worse misses right there. So it's gonna take a while to actually get the lead back, unless Orcanos gets another, you know, like cluster of misses again. But no one can tell at this point because it's a very long chart. But accuracy-wise, it's kind of close. But Reilyy is barely climbing the 99, so there's still a chance. But I'll never know how. Yeah, 10k might be, but misses are very crucial here because that can just change everything. But see here, like looks like Orcanos is building accuracy. Even though, like, while Orcanos is building accuracy, Reilyy is getting another miss here. Not good news for Reilyy. And Orcanos getting the trade, but I don't think that matters at this point because the lead is just still going way in Orcanos' side. Already here at 11,000 score gap. And approaching the last 5% of the chart, I don't think there is a chance for Reilyy to get that lead back.
And that one miss at the end was the nail in the coffin. Good performances from both players. Overall, these two players were able to showcase their skill sets. Not to mention the 200 counts were really close, though the ratio difference and the amount of 50s and misses determined who was going to be the winner of this match. Congratulations to Orcanos for advancing this match. And I'm just going to say this in advance, alright? Good luck! Because I'm going to be your opponent.
Bro, you really just had to say that on stream.
Yep.
Certified bro moment.
I mean, if you calculate your seedings, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, congratulations for Orcanos for advancing for round of 32. And yeah, very good performance for both players. But yeah, looks like that's gonna be for their match, and the next match is gonna be, I actually don't know who these players are. Let me check first.
That's Pavin, and I don't know who the C is. By the way, Pavin played really well yesterday on what do you call this again? MWC. So I just gotta give my props to them. Okay, Pavin versus Timun. There we go. Pavin versus Timun.
Pavin from Thailand MWC. That's nice.
Pavin from Thailand MWC. Good luck to Pavin and Simon. Hope you two have a good match. And thank you so much for coming here to the match. That's all. Take care and stay safe.
Bye everyone!